May I have the appearances, please?
Yes, good morning, Judge Sue Upper, Leslie Basie, and Zach Witchell appearing for the state of Wisconsin.
Good morning, sir. Your name for the record, please.
I'm here as a third-party intervener in that matter, appearing as authorized representative for my client. I accept for value and return for value all of the charging instruments in this matter and make my exemption available for discharge of all obligations and charges connected with this case. I do not dispute any of the facts in the charging instruments.
All right, the record should reflect that the individual known to this court as Darrell Brooks is present in person in custody.
Mr. Brooks had indicated he did not have a pretrial offer from the state. We did provide him, again, with a written copy of our pretrial offer, and that was placed with his materials on the table. I just wanted that in the record, please.
I object to that. If it was with my paperwork, I haven't seen it.
It was specifically one of the papers that you left in the bullpen area that on the next morning I made a record of providing back to you, so it was provided to you twice.
Well, I haven't seen it.
You want to put the offer on the record, Attorney Opera?
Give me 1 second, Your Honor.
What's the significance of it being on the record?
It was provided to you, but you're indicating you haven't read it. The significance would be, I suppose, if at any point you wanted to change your plea, you could do that.
Well, in any event, I accept for value and return for value that document whenever I see it.
Attorney Opera, go ahead.
Sorry, it's just taking me a second to retrieve it here, Your Honor.
Your Honor, this would be a perfect time to address the subject matter jurisdiction that has yet to be proven on the record and must be
Mr.
proven
Brooks,
by the prosecution.
we are not going to address that. I issued a written decision last week.
That has yet to be proven on record.
Mr. Brooks, your position is simply not correct as a matter of law.
And prove it lawfully by law.
I issued the decision. You might be confusing subject matter jurisdiction with venue.
Absolutely not.
There has been evidence received regarding venue. So I'm going to turn back to Attorney Opera. She's going to make a record of the pretrial offer. I'd ask that you not interrupt. Thank you.
Plead to counts 1 through 67. Counts 68 to 83 will be dismissed and read in. The state will recommend 6 consecutive life sentences on counts 1 through 6. The state will recommend unspecified prison on all other counts. This pretrial offer was conveyed to his prior counsel, and there in fact had been a earlier offer that had been relayed back in January.
All right, thank you.
So why haven't I been informed of that?
All right, Mr. Brooks, I just wanted the record to reflect that that offer was conveyed to you.
It wasn't conveyed to me, Your Honor. This is the first time I'm hearing of it.
It's not something I'm going to further address, sir, unless you indicate to me that you would like to take advantage of the pretrial offer by changing your pleas to either guilty or no contest. I'm guessing that's not what you want to do. Unless that paperwork were to be filed, then I'm going to continue with this trial.
In all respect, Your Honor, I don't think it's fair that you should assume what I want to do or what I don't want to do.
I just need to make a record that that paperwork was provided. I'm not going to take up subject matter jurisdiction. I've issued a written decision. Is there any other preliminary topic from either party?
Is that decision verified proof that subject matter jurisdiction exists? Because it has yet to be proven on the record.
All right, your objection is noted. Please bring the jury out.
Your Honor, is that the answer?
Mr. Brooks, I issued a written decision. I'm not going to
I accept for value and return for value the document that I have not seen. Why can't it be read into the record right now?
It doesn't need to be read into the record, sir.
Is it verified proof of subject matter?
Mr. Brooks, I'm not answering that because it's not something that needs to be verified.
Is that a tacit agreement that you don't have to answer that question?
I have no such agreement with you, tacit or otherwise. Again, just
so
because
would it be
you believe
proven?
The law requires, that doesn't make it true. All right, the jury's coming out. All rise for the jury, please.
Show me by lawfully law that you have subject matter jurisdiction because it hasn't been proven on the record. Let the record reflect that.
The record will not reflect that, and the jury will disregard the comments
the record
just
should
made by
reflect that.
Mr. Brooks.
You have to put it on the record. Otherwise, that would be tampering with the record. So at 8:40, tacit agreement at 8:40.
All right, please disregard the most recent comment by Mr. Brooks. It's not evidence in this proceeding.
Around 4:49 p.m., what happened, sir?
Objection. Leading the witness.
Overruled.
I found the defendant on the side of my garage. I asked him, what in the hell was he doing?
You questioned that person for being there, is that right?
Objection. Leading the witness.
I think I dropped an F-bomb on him.
Why?
He was trespassing.
The person that
It
you,
wasn't objection, but it's overruled.
to your way of thinking, was he dressed appropriately for the weather?
Objection. Leading the witness.
Overruled. You may answer.
Relevancy. Objection.
Overruled.
Immediately, it just seemed off because he was wearing a t-shirt. He was not wearing shoes. It was very cold out. He was sweating. His eyes were huge. He kept asking if I could call him an Uber, and then he said, I need to get home.
Did you agree to call an Uber for him?
No, I said I needed to leave my yard.
The person that you're describing for us, sir, do you see him present in the courtroom here?
He's sitting over there with the mask on and in the suit.
Okay, I'm going to ask the defendant be instructed to remove the mask.
Mr. Brooks, please remove your mask.
And if he would look at the witness, please, Your Honor, with his head down, it's not to assist him.
All right, Mr. Brooks, please look up and look at the witness. Look at the witness, please. Thank you.
Is that the man that you're describing that was in your backyard?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled.
He was kind of taking his time, and then I told him he needs to leave again and started walking towards him, and he lifted his shirt up and said he was unarmed.
Okay. Had you asked him about any weapons?
I had not.
Objection. Relevancy.
Overruled.
I had not asked.
Mr. Brooks, do you have any questions for this witness?
Yes, I do, and I object to being called that name for the record. Do you recall giving a statement to Officer Probst?
I don't know his name. I've talked to an officer.
Do you recall the description that you gave at that time?
The best of my knowledge was that you were either black, Latino,
Who is you?
or mixed.
Who's you?
Well, you have to let him answer the question first before you interrupt him with another one.
So it'd be fair to say you didn't know at the time.
I was giving a general description.
So it'd be fair to say that you weren't sure.
I was positive it was you.
Who is you?
You. I'm looking at you.
And how did you come to that conclusion, the you conclusion?
I'm looking at you.
How did you come to that conclusion?
What conclusion?
Because
Can you restate the question?
You're saying that you gave a description, so it would be fair to say at that time you had no name or knowledge of who the person was in your backyard.
I had no idea who you were.
And so how can you say how can you say you then if you had no idea?
I'm looking at you. You are the guy.
And how did you come to that conclusion?
You and I were standing in the same yard looking at each other.
Is it possible you saw something on the news?
No, I had no idea who you were.
Interesting. Do you recall giving a description of approximately 5'9" and 160 pounds?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that, or would that be accurate?
I didn't have a tape measure out.
Would it be fair to say that since you keep identifying me as you, would it be fair to say that I'm not 5'9" nor 160 pounds?
You have your shoes on or off right now?
Would it be fair to say that I'm not 5'9", 160 pounds?
If you take your shoes off and step out of them, they could have a better.
I'm not going to have him do that, but if you're able to ansar the question.
I'd have to be standing next to him. That's what I made my judgment from. We were about 2 feet from each other.
Does it look like I'm 5'9"?
I don't know. We were a lot closer.
Does it look like I'm 160 pounds?
Objection.
Grounds.
It's irrelevant as to his appearance today, just like his hair isn't in dreadlocks today.
Sustained.
Objection.
Question.
Grounds for the substantial.
Next question, please.
And would it be fair to say that from those news reports you gained additional information that you didn't have that night?
Actually, what I did is went into work the next morning and pulled up the police report on the internet, and there you were in a mugshot. And I'm like, that's the guy.
So you got a further description from a mugshot?
No, I didn't get a further description. So all I'm saying is you were trespassing in my yard at that time. That's all I can confirm. I don't know what you did. I don't know any of the other stuff. All I know is you were the guy in my yard.
The guy that you said was 5'9", 160 pounds.
Objection. Argument asked and answered.
Grounds.
Sustained.
And what prompted you to pull up the police report?
Objection. Irrelevant.
Grounds. You brought it out there.
Overruled. He may answer.
I was curious if you were the person that actually had done the atrocities that were on television.
And what prompted the curiosity?
A stranger was in my yard, unannounced, trespassing, and they ended up catching somebody for doing something very bad, and I was wondering if that was the individual that had cut through my yard.
So it'd be fair to say at the time you wasn't privy to that knowledge yet.
Vague.
Grounds.
Sustained.
At the time you pulled up the police report, as you say, you had no knowledge of the identity of the individual.
I didn't know that you were going to be the person that had done that.
You keep referring to the you.
You. I'm looking into your eyes right now. You're the guy I'm talking about when I refer to you.
And the record should reflect that the witness used his right hand and index finger to point directly at the defendant.
So you just made reference to looking the you in the eyes, but you would need...
What would you prefer I call you?
You would need...
Because you're not going by Darrell Brooks.
You would need me to step out of my shoes to tell my height and weight, right?
Well, I'd have to also stand 2 feet from you.
Hold on, please. Mr. Brooks, you're directed under 90611 to ask a question and not argue with the witness.
That
Thank
was
you.
a question.
It was argumentative.
It sounded like he the one arguing.
Jury will disregard that last comment. Mr. Brooks, you're not testifying right now. Please ask a question.
Yeah, I'm going to get to it. Any reason why you didn't give a written statement to law enforcement?
Objection. Argumentative.
Grounds.
Irrelevant.
How's it argumentative?
Sustained.
Did you at any time give a written statement to law enforcement?
I don't believe so.
Any reason why not?
Objection.
Grounds.
Argumentative and irrelevant.
Sustained.
Grounds for the sustain.
Mr. Brooks, please ask your next question.
Grounds for the sustain. You said you pulled up the police report at work the next day, right?
I pulled up your mugshot.
You don't recall saying that you pulled up the police report specifically?
I specifically wanted to pull up the picture of the person that had committed those atrocities to see if that was the person that had cut through my yard, which confirmed it was.
And did you pull up the complaint?
No.
Have you ever seen the complaint?
I don't believe I have.
Have you yourself filed a complaint?
Nope.
Any reason why not?
Objection.
Grounds.
Relevant.
Sustained.
Argumentative.
As to the form of the question and on relevance. Next question.
Did you feel that you had information that would be relevant to the matter?
That's an irrelevant question,
Grounds.
Your Honor.
Sustained.
Grounds for the sustain, Your Honor.
Next question, please.
Grounds for the sustain, Your Honor.
Next question, please.
Is that a judicial determination, Your Honor?
Ask your next question, please.
Do you recall ever being told about the plaintiff in this matter?
Objection.
Grounds.
Vague.
Sustained.
Do you know who the plaintiff is in this matter?
Objection.
Grounds.
Vague, beyond the
Grounds.
scope of the witness's knowledge, legally inaccurate.
Sustained as to the form of the question.
Did Attorney Opper ever tell you who the plaintiff was in this matter?
The subpoena told me who the plaintiff was.
And do you recall who the plaintiff is?
Darrell Brooks.
That's the plaintiff?
Or not the plaintiff. The plaintiff is, I think, city of Waukesha or state of Wisconsin. I'm not sure.
And it'd be fair to say that that's not a living, breathing human being.
Objection.
Grounds.
Relevance.
Sustained.
Are you aware that only a living, breathing human being can make a claim?
Objection.
Grounds.
Irrelevant. Argumentative.
Grounds.
Sustained for those reasons, and it's also not an accurate statement. of the law.
Definitely not argumentative.
Mr. Brooks, under 90611, I need you to move on from this topic and ask a different line of questions, please.
Move on from what topic, Your Honor?
Next question, sir.
Can I know what topic you're referring to, Your Honor? If I don't know the topic, how would I know to go in a different direction? Do you know if there's even a plaintiff in this matter?
Objection. Irrelevant.
Grounds.
Sustained. Please move on from this topic, or I will declare your cross-examination closed.
Under what law and fact, Your Honor?
Under 90611.
And where can I find 90611?
This is your last opportunity to ask a question, sir.
Your Honor, the jury deserves to know this information.
All right, the state, any redirect?
No redirect. Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you, sir. You may step down.
Were you home on the afternoon of November 21st?
Yes. Leading.
Overruled.
What was the answer?
Yes.
Can you tell us what happened shortly before 5 o'clock p.m. that day?
Mr. Brooks was coming up the driveway, and I noticed that he wasn't wearing a jacket or shoes.
Can you tell us what he was wearing?
He was wearing
Leading.
Overruled.
blue jeans and like a red t-shirt. He had lifted his shirt and did a 360 and told me that he didn't have any weapons, that he needed a phone to call an Uber.
Do you recall providing a physical description of Mr. Brooks back on November 21st?
Objection. I do not consent to being called that name.
Mr. Brooks, that's not a valid objection at this time. Go ahead, you may
I don't
answer.
consent to being called that name.
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
Did you provide a physical description of the man who came up your driveway?
Yes.
Objection. Relevancy.
Overruled.
He had tattoos. One I noticed above his right eye.
Your Honor, could you please instruct Mr. Brooks to remove his mask momentarily?
Please remove your mask and look at the witness.
Mr. Caprone, the person who you've referred to as Mr. Brooks today, do you see that person in the courtroom?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled. You may answer,
I consent
sir.
to being called that name either.
He's wearing a suit and tie.
Your Honor, let the record reflect, please, that the witness has identified the defendant and that he pointed with his right hand towards Mr. Brooks.
Thank you for that.
Objection. I don't consent to being called that name. For the record.
You described handing a phone to Mr. Brooks. Whose phone was it?
Objection. I don't consent to being called that name.
Your objection is noted, although it's not legally relevant at this time. I'd ask that you not interrupt with an objection for that reason. Go ahead, Attorney
I
Witchow,
don't
your
consent
question
to being
again.
called that name.
Did you see what that man did with the phone?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled.
Called somebody, which I at the time thought was Uber.
Would you please show for the witness only exhibit number 74, a photograph?
Objection. Relevancy.
Overruled.
Grounds.
It's relevant.
This is the number that Mr. Brooks had called.
Can you read that number out loud for us?
Objection. Relevancy.
Overruled.
414-610-2153.
What happened next?
A lady had called me. I asked her if she was Uber, and she told me she wasn't an Uber.
And it was the same number that Mr. Brooks had used your phone to dial.
Objection. Leading, and I don't consent to being called that name.
Overruled. Any questions, Mr. Brooks, for this witness?
I don't consent to being called that name for the record. If it pleases the court, I have the statement I would like to show the witness.
Is it his written statement?
I don't know if it's a written statement.
Would this
Maybe
be the police report?
Yeah.
It's not his written statement. I'm going to deny that request to show it to the witness. You may ask a question.
Do you recall in your report that you described the male as approximately 5'5" to 5'6", and the male appeared to be in his 20s?
Yeah, I don't recall.
Any reason why this report would say that, and then when you were asked, you gave a different description?
Objection.
Grounds.
Argumentative.
Grounds.
And misstates the evidence.
Sustained.
Reason for the sustain? Grounds for the sustain?
Misstates the testimony in part.
Well, I'm reading from the report that was given to the detective.
And you can't testify as to what that report says. You can only question the witness on it.
That was a question. Do you recall?
He said he did not recall. Next question.
Do you recall around what time you were subpoenaed to testify here today? And did you follow up with the district attorney's office? Do you recall whom you spoke with? Let the record reflect you made a hand gesture with your left hand. Would that be referring to the table, prosecution table?
Yes.
Do you recall whom?
The gentleman here.
I'll stipulate. Mr. Caprone's pointing at me.
Did you ever yourself make a claim in this matter?
I don't understand the question.
Did you file a claim?
I don't understand the question.
Ever spoke with the plaintiff in this matter?
Objection.
Grounds?
Relevance.
Grounds.
Sustained.
Grounds for the sustain, Your Honor.
90611.
Are you aware of any plaintiff in this matter?
Objection.
Grounds.
Relevance.
Sustained.
You ever seen a plaintiff in this matter?
Objection.
Grounds. Had any conversations or any interactions with the plaintiff?
Objection.
Grounds. Ever had a phone conversation with the plaintiff?
Objection.
Grounds. Ever been contacted by the plaintiff in any way?
Objection.
Grounds. Have you ever contacted the plaintiff in any way?
Objection.
Grounds. And are you even aware of a plaintiff in this matter?
Objection.
Grounds.
Sustained.
Grounds for the sustain, Your Honor.
I previously sustained it.
Grounds for the sustain, Your Honor.
Under 90611, please continue. Otherwise, I'll declare the cross-examination ended.
You can declare whatever you want to. No further questions.
As you were watching the parade, did something unusual happen?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled.
Yes, the car, I thought it was coming at us, but it ended up swerving and going through the barricades, and the police officer fired 3 shots at the vehicle. So we were parked a few blocks out of the way at Aries Industries.
Do you have some familiarity with Aries Industries?
Yes, I do.
Relevancy.
Overruled.
My husband is employed at Aries Industries.
Do you know what street it's on?
Objection. Relevancy.
Overruled.
Leading.
It's not leading. Overruled.
Yes, Elizabeth Street.
As you were making your way back to your car, did you encounter somebody out on foot? Tell us about that, please.
Objection. Leading.
Overruled.
We had just rounded the corner onto Elizabeth Street, and we encountered Darrell Brooks. He came out of the shadows between a couple houses and approached us.
You said he kind of came out of, did you say the bushes?
Objection. Objection.
Overruled.
And did you notice his appearance when he approached you?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled.
I noticed he was visibly shivering. He had a red short-sleeved t-shirt on and was not wearing shoes.
Do you see the same person present in this courtroom here today?
Yes, I do.
I'm going to ask that Mr. Brooks be instructed to remove his mask and look at the witness.
Mr. Brooks, please unmask and look at the witness. Sir, would you please unmask and look at the witness? Thank you.
Writing something down.
All right, thank you. Just want to make sure you heard me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Did Mr. Brooks speak to you in any way?
Objection. I do not consent to being called that name.
You may answer.
Yes, he did.
What did he say?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled.
I'm not going to hurt you. I just need to use your phone. And that's when I gave him my phone.
What did you see him do?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled.
He called his mom.
Tell us to the best of your memory what you remember Mr. Brooks was saying into the phone.
Objection. I don't consent to being called that name.
Go ahead and answer,
ask
please.
not to be called that name. Thank you.
He just kept asking his mom to call him an Uber. And he wasn't responding to anything that she was asking. He just kept repeating, call me an Uber. I need an Uber now.
And he was specifically referring to the person he was speaking to by what name?
Mom.
Objection. Leading.
Overruled.
He said that he was freezing and he asked if I knew of any place that he could go warm up. So my husband directed him towards the lobby of Aries.
Could you just please point out the area where you saw Mr. Brooks head for the lobby of the building?
Objection. I don't consent to being called that name again. For the record.
Jury will disregard that last comment by the defendant.
The area where you first encountered Mr. Brooks, is that actually shown in this photograph?
Objection. I don't consent to being called that name.
Jury will disregard that comment.
I don't consent. For the record.
Is that what Mr. Brooks looked like that evening when you spoke to him?
Objection. I don't consent to being called that name.
Go ahead and answer.
Yes.
Is this the door that you directed Mr. Brooks to?
Objection. I don't consent to being called that name.
You may answer, ma'am.
Yes.
The witness wasn't there in this video. How could it be relevant?
Your objections noted.
Is that consistent with what you saw that night as you watched Mr. Brooks?
Yes.
Objection. I don't consent to being called that name.
Mr. Brooks may have questions for you. Any cross, sir?
I don't consent to being called that name, for the record.
Your cross, please.
Can I get to it? You just stated that before the interaction with the person that you had, you didn't know him. So how could you refer to him by name if you didn't know him?
I have seen the news since then and the video of you being arrested, and you had since been identified on TV.
You said the individual you spoke with seemed out of place and disoriented, like he didn't know where he was. How would you characterize disoriented?
You just seemed very nervous and that you didn't know where you were.
Who's you?
You had specifically said, I don't know where I am.
Who's you?
Or where am I, specifically?
If you couldn't hear what was being said on the other end of the line, how can you say that there was questions being asked?
Well, there was clearly a conversation going on. You just kept repeating, just call me an Uber. You were very frustrated. And whoever was asking questions of you didn't just to call you an Uber. It's just my interpretation of it. I could not hear the other end of the phone conversation.
So it'd be fair to say you don't know what was being discussed?
Besides call me an Uber, yes, that's correct.
And you referred to this individual coming from between houses?
I saw you approach us at the very start of the block from between two houses.
Any reason why that's not in your written statement?
I didn't actually write it. A detective at our house was writing the statement for it. Maybe that part got missed, I'm not sure.
Was it this statement?
I don't have it in front of me to see it.
Permission to show the witness the written statement?
Well, I don't know that it's necessary, Your Honor. She hasn't expressed any inability to recall.
Sustained.
She did. She just said she don't know why something was not in her written statement.
What she said is she doesn't know why the detective didn't write it in there. The detective is the one who wrote it, Your Honor.
So sustained. Next, sustained is to the form of Mr. Brooks. Let me answer. Sustained is to the form of a question.
Anything else stick out to you about that day?
I don't know. Just, I mean, besides seeing the vehicle and the police firing shots and then running into you afterwards, that was strange enough.
Did you make any claim in this matter? Filed a claim?
What kind of a claim?
Have you filed any claim?
No.
You filed a complaint? About what time did you learn that you could possibly testify in this matter?
Objection, relevance.
Grounds.
Overruled. You may answer.
When I received a subpoena in the mail from the DA's office.
Do you recall whose name was on that subpoena?
Sue Opper.
Do you see Sue Opper in court today? Can you point her out for the jury and for the record?
I'll stipulate, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Are you aware who the plaintiff may be in this matter?
Objection, irrelevant.
Sustained.
Ever been notified who the plaintiff is in this matter?
Objection,
Grounds.
irrelevant.
Sustained.
Grounds for the sustain, Your Honor.
Next question, please.
Do you even know if there's a plaintiff in this matter?
Yes, there is.
And who's the plaintiff?
I believe it's the state of Wisconsin.
Would that constitute a breathing human being or an entity?
Objection,
Grounds.
argumentative, irrelevant.
Grounds. Are you aware that only a human being can bring a complaint or be a plaintiff?
Objection, misstatement
Grounds.
of the law.
You ever had any interaction with the state of Wisconsin?
Objection,
Grounds.
irrelevant.
Have you ever contacted the state of Wisconsin in this matter?
Objection,
Grounds.
irrelevant.
Sustained.
Grounds for the sustain.
Your 90611, move on, or I'll declare the cross-examination ended.
Of course you would.
They have the next witness available?
Yes.
We'll have the jury brought out. Okay. I know I did that once, but I'm not going to do that again.
Audio on. Are we going to address subject matter jurisdiction?
No.
Is that a judicial determination that you don't have to answer that, Your Honor?
Mr. Brooks, I've already answered subject matter jurisdiction. You know that full well.
I know nothing. It has yet to be proved. That's what I know.
Doesn't need to be proved.
So show me a lawful law that it says that.
Mr. Brooks, I'll have my clerk print off another copy of that order. So
You don't have to
it.
do that.
No,
Have
I'm
her
going
print-
to, because you apparently didn't read
No,
it.
have her print off proof that you have subject matter jurisdiction. How about that? It has to be proven
Mr.
for the
Brooks,
record. It has
you
yet
are
to be
simply
proven.
wrong as a matter of
No,
law.
I'm not. Show me that I'm wrong.
I've given you the constitutional and
No,
the
you haven't.
statutory authority.
No,
and
you
the
have
case
not.
law. I believe the jury's coming in. They're coming in.
I believed it. Gotta prove it. Set for value in return for value of that document.
Were you working in the city of Waukesha that day?
Yes, I was driving Lyft.
Did you become aware of an incident that had occurred during the city of Waukesha Christmas parade?
Yes.
Objection. Leading.
Overruled.
When you were working November 21st, did anything seem relevant with regard to that news that you saw?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled.
Yeah, I had a call in the area. It's like a really weird call because no one ever showed up.
What information were you given with regard to that request?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled.
The fare came in for dawn. The address I was picking up at was, I think it was 550 Elizabeth. It was an empty parking lot. It was a company that was closed. I began to message, letting them know that I was waiting in a white car.
This is a chat feature as part of the app?
Yes.
Objection. Leading.
Overruled.
I received a message back. They were calling a ride for someone else, and they didn't know where he was. They gave me a description of who I was looking for.
And what was that description?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled.
Ask and answer.
Overruled.
A light-skinned black guy with dreadlocks. I received a message back saying, I don't know where he is. His phone died. He called me from someone else's phone. I thought I was waiting on a kid.
Okay.
So I didn't want to just leave. I knocked on the door at the company, got no answer. Sent the message saying there's no one around. I got a message back saying, I don't know what to tell you. So at that point, I just canceled the ride.
Upon arriving at the destination, you were supposed to be given a lift to someone. Do you recall if there was anything strange about the destination?
Yeah, it was a closed building. There was no one out there, no cars in the parking lot.
And usually, does your Lyft app have a profile picture attached to it?
No.
Do you recall when speaking to law enforcement something to the effect of referring to a profile picture or description included in the profile?
I recall saying that there was no profile picture.
And you did state that you were not at the parade that evening, right?
True.
No further questions.
Do you recall what happened at approximately 5 o'clock p.m. that day?
Objection leading.
Overruled.
My Ring doorbell goes off, and then there's a gentleman at my front porch knocking on the door saying that they're homeless and they need to use my phone so that they can tell their Uber where to pick them up. He was outside with a t-shirt and no shoes and saying he's really cold, so that stood out.
Your Ring doorbell, does that capture video?
Objection leading.
Overruled.
What about audio?
Yes.
Objection leading.
Overruled.
You see a date and timestamp on the bottom right-hand corner of this video.
Objection leading.
Overruled.
Hey, I called an Uber, and I'm supposed to be waiting for it over here, but I don't know when it's coming. Can you call it for me, please? I'm homeless.
Whose voice is that?
Objection leading.
Overruled.
Objection.
You may answer, sir.
Mr. Brooks's voice.
Your Honor, I'd ask that Mr. Brooks please be instructed to remove his face mask momentarily.
Sir, would you please remove your face mask?
Was that question of?
Please remove your face mask and face the witness.
I'm confused. You made a statement about voice.
The question's been asked and answered.
What was the question?
Please remove your mask and face the witness.
Mr. Ryder, do you see the person depicted in exhibit number 75 in the courtroom today?
Yes. He's sitting at the table right there wearing a black suit and a gray striped tie.
And as the record reflect that the witness has identified Mr. Brooks.
I don't consent to being called that name, for the record.
He said he didn't have any weapons or anything on him, and he lifted his shirt real quick. I was like, no, it's okay. You can use my phone. I let him sit on the couch right by the window out front. I said, you can look out here waiting for your Uber. And he's on the phone most of the time after that with his mom.
Let me back up.
Yeah.
You made a motion with your hands there regarding what Mr. Brooks said about not being armed. Can you do that again, just for anybody who missed it?
Objection. I don't know. Not consent to being called that name.
Go ahead and
Again, for the record.
I remember him saying that he's not dangerous, and I think he lifted his shirt really quickly. It's not like I patted him down or anything like that.
Did you let him in the front door?
I actually...
Leading.
I can rephrase.
Go ahead, rephrase.
What door did you let Mr. Brooks into your home?
I let him in the back
I
door.
don't consent to being called that name.
Overruled.
I let him in the back door, and I think I gave him a coat right away.
What else did you give him?
I gave him a sandwich because he said he was homeless. I said, I can get you some slippers to put on your feet to warm your feet up. I never did end up giving him slippers.
You testified earlier that he was on the phone with his mom. How do you know that?
Objection. Speculative.
Overruled.
A few reasons. I heard him say mama a lot, but his mom called and left a voicemail after the fact confirming it.
Did Mr. Brooks leave your home at some point?
Objection. I don't consent to being called that name.
Overruled.
After 8 or 9 minutes, I'm looking around outside and I see a police car drive by, and then I see another one coming down the street. And so I tell him, I say, hey, we don't get a lot of police traffic on this street. This is just too weird of a situation. You're fine to wait for your Uber, but you need to do it outside of my house. He was a little bit like, oh, no, it's okay. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. And I said, no, you need to leave. And then he listened.
What do you recall being said in that portion of the video?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled.
I'm walking Mr. Brooks outside of my house, and my neighbor, Greg, says, are you guys looking for that guy? I had no idea of anything at this point, and so I say, I don't know. This might be him. And then Mr. Brooks says, no. And then I say, can I have my phone, please?
My ID! My ID!
Mr. Ryder, what happened during that video clip?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled.
Mr. Brooks asked to come back inside to look for his ID. I said, no, I'll look for it. You stay out there.
What, if anything, did that suspect leave in your house?
I don't.
Objection. Leading.
Overruled.
I didn't find anything left in my house.
26, Minor Block Elizabeth, 126. Hey, do you know this guy? Absolutely not. Okay.
Before that evening, you didn't know the guy that came to your house, correct?
Correct.
Why do you refer to him by name if you didn't know him?
Because after the fact, the police officers and other people involved informed me of who the suspect was that was at my house that night.
Were you aware that the ring footage was shown on social media platforms? Any idea how that came about?
Objection.
Grounds.
Relevance.
Grounds.
Overruled.
Yeah, I released it.
Explain what you mean by released it.
The news wanted the footage, and I thought that this was good footage for this community and the victims to see some justice of the suspect put into cuffs.
Were you paid for that release?
I was.
So it would be fair to say that you profited off your ring footage.
The incentive to release the footage was not to make money. We donated a lot of the money we did see.
And you let them use your phone, correct? How do you know for sure who they were talking to?
Because the number that they had called me back and left a voicemail saying that they were the mother of the person that just called. And I did hear the suspect use mama when they were on the phone too.
Do you recall keeping that phone number in your call log?
It's still in my voicemail history.
Even now?
Even now, yeah.
Any reason why you would keep it this long?
I don't get a lot of voicemails. I checked this morning just to make sure it was on there, and it still is.
So why would you check for it this morning?
Because I thought maybe it'd come up today.
What led you to believe that it may come up this morning?
I knew I had to testify, but I didn't know what exactly would come up or not.
What do you mean by you knew you had to testify?
I got a subpoena and asked to come and share what happened at my house that day.
So you seeked testifying?
Objection.
Grounds.
Argumentative.
Sustained.
Did you keep any of the ring footage?
It's still on my phone, yes.
Any reason why you would keep those this long?
I just haven't felt the need to get rid of them, I guess. That video is protecting me from being involved or anything, so there's no reason I would ever get rid of it.
Would it be fair to say that you weren't involved in anything that evening?
Other than trying to help somebody who I thought was in need, I was not involved in anything that evening.
So why would you have any fear that you may be implicated in anything?
Because I had a suspect who had just done horrendous things come to my house, and automatically people are going to think that maybe I knew you or something, and I didn't. And so this is just validating that you told me you were homeless and I was trying to help a stranger out.
You weren't arrested in any connection to any events that evening, would that be fair to say?
That'd be fair. I've never been arrested.
Why would you think that you would be implicated in any way?
Objection.
Grounds.
Asked and answered. Next question.
Did you have any other interactions with those neighbors that evening? Did they at any time say anything to you about seeing a vehicle or having knowledge of a vehicle?
Yeah, Greg, my next door neighbor, saw the red vehicle running over people.
He told you that he saw that?
Yeah.
They told you what they saw. Any reason why they wouldn't speak with law enforcement, seeing as how they were right there in the area?
Objection.
Grounds.
Only for speculation.
Sustained.
Have you yourself filed any claims in this matter? Have you yourself seen or read any complaint in this matter? Would you yourself consider yourself an injured party in this matter? Are you aware who the plaintiff is in this matter?
Objection.
Grounds.
Relevance.
Sustained.
You ever hear who the plaintiff was in this matter?
Objection.
Grounds.
Relevance.
Grounds. Have you yourself ever had any interaction with the plaintiff?
Objection.
Grounds. Do you even know if there's a plaintiff in this matter?
Same objection.
Grounds.
Sustained.
Do you recall how much you sold the ring footage for?
Objection.
Grounds.
Relevance.
Overruled. He may answer.
It was a little over $23,000, but after taxes and we donated a lot, we saw a lot less than that afterwards.
Would it be fair to say that's quite a nice profit?
Objection.
Grounds.
Sustained.
Mr. Ryder, do you have your phone on you right now?
Objection.
Overruled.
I don't. I gave it to a gal that let me in here.
While we're waiting on that, you mentioned you checked your phone this morning to confirm that you still had the voicemail we've been talking about, right?
Yes.
Relevancy.
Overruled. You questioned him about it.
You think you'd be able to play it on speakerphone for everybody to hear?
Objection. What is the relevancy?
Overruled.
Yeah, I can do
Relevant.
Objection. What is the relevancy?
Could I have a bailiff, please?
that. You can unplug it from the charger. It's probably
To the witness.
Objection. What is the relevancy?
You cross-examined him about it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I cross-examined him about the question, not
Brooks,
playing the phone.
please, I've made my ruling.
Is that a judicial determination?
You may ask your next question, Attorney Witrow.
Please open up your phone and let me know when you find the voicemail.
It's still pulling up right now.
Sure. You followed instructions and turned your phone off before you came into court.
Objection. Leading.
And part of that request, Judge, would be to include the time that the voicemail was left and the number from which it came.
Objection. What is the relevancy of that?
The objection's noted, and you may ask the witness those questions.
You might as well ask about the videos too then.
We'll get to those. Can you tell us what phone number that voicemail came from?
Objection. Relevancy.
Overruled.
414-610-2153.
Can you tell us what time that voicemail came in?
Yeah.
Objection. Relevancy.
Overruled.
5:27 p.m. on November 21st
Of 2021?
of 2021.
Objection. Leading.
Overruled.
And Your Honor, at this point, I'd ask to allow the witness to play that voicemail using speakerphone.
Objection.
Overruled.
Yes, Mr. Ryder, I don't know what's going on. I'm at work. I work at Trader. And my son, that was my son who let use your phone.
Oh, sorry. I'll restart it. I was using the wrong
Yes,
mic.
Mr. Ryder, I don't know what's going on. I'm at work. I work at Trader. And my son, that was my son who let use your phone. And he's calling. I don't know what's going on. I'm just trying to see if he got the lift or what, because the guy is in a white Dodge Charger. I guess apparently the lift driver switched cars and I didn't get the message. So I'm just trying to find out what the hell is going on. So I'm just want someone to just call me and tell me something, because I don't know.
Did you alter those videos or the audio that goes with them in any way when you release them to the media?
Objection. Hearsay.
Overruled.
No, I never altered any of them.
When Mr. Brooks first knocked on your door, were you planning to sell those videos?
Objection. I don't consent to being called that name.
Overruled. The witness may answer.
Objection. Speculative.
It's not speculative. Overruled. The witness may answer.
Objection. Hearsay.
It's not hearsay. Go ahead.
No, I had no idea what was going to happen after that.
What about after you let him in the back door and gave him a sandwich and a jacket? Was this
Objection.
all part of a plan at that point?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled.
No, there's no plan to get footage to sell.
You simply provided those videos to law enforcement and the media.
Objection. Leading.
Overruled.
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you. I don't have anything else.
After the fact.
Thank you, everyone. Be seated. We are back on the record in State versus Brooks. Appearances are as they were before. Bring the jury out, please.
You ain't called that name that you started with.
I actually didn't specifically refer to you, but I did say State versus Brooks.
Will you be addressing subject matter jurisdiction? Is that a judicial determination not to answer, Your Honor? So is that a tacit agreement?
Were you working on duty as a law enforcement officer on November 21st of 2021?
Objection.
Yes, sir, I was.
Leading.
Overruled.
I answered a call on the radio that said there was a man going door to door on Elizabeth Street asking to use people's phones to call an Uber. We decided that we would walk the street and look for this person.
Were you wearing a body-worn camera at the time?
Yes, sir, I was.
Was that device also equipped with a microphone?
Objection.
Yes.
Leading.
Overruled.
Do you know whether your device was activated as you were walking down Elizabeth Street?
Objection.
It was.
Overruled.
Do you recognize that video?
I do. It is my body camera video of walking down Elizabeth Street.
From November 21st?
Yes,
Objection.
sir.
Leading.
I will overrule it.
Objection. Relevancy.
Robert 277. Robert 277. What's up? Hands up! Put your hands where I can see them. Put your hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Get on the Get on the ground. Do it now. Hey. Taking one of the hospitals for a plan here. What did I do? Lay on your stomach. What did I do? Robert,
did this person draw your attention in any way based on what he was wearing?
It was chilly out, and he was in a t-shirt, jogging pants, and no shoes.
It's going right.
You got something with your name on it, man?
No. Okay, lads. Cooperate with us. Okay. Okay.
What did we see in that portion of the video?
That was a sandwich.
Where did that sandwich come from?
His right pants pocket.
Did you at some point ask the subject to identify himself by name?
I did.
What was that person's response?
He identified himself as Darrell Brooks.
Do you see Mr. Brooks in the courtroom today?
I do. He is seated at the defense table, wearing a dark-colored suit and striped tie and a mask over his face.
Just to be thorough, Your Honor, could we please have Mr. Brooks remove his mask momentarily?
Thank you, Mr. Brooks.
Now that Mr. Brooks has removed his mask, does that change anything about your testimony today?
Objection. I don't consent to being called that name.
You may go ahead and answer.
That's Darrell Brooks.
What is your name?
Brooks.
First name?
Darrell. I'm waiting for a minute.
How would you describe Mr. Brooks's haircut today?
Objection. I don't consent to being called that name.
I understand your objection. Please do not interrupt with that further so that the questioning of the witnesses may continue.
If you say that name, I'm objecting.
And the jury will disregard the objection if it's solely for the name purposes.
Mr. Brooks has his hair cut close today.
Does the hairstyle and the facial hairstyle here in court today give you any pause or concern over whether or not it's Mr. Brooks in the video?
Objection.
Go ahead and answer, please.
No, not at all.
Objection noted for the record.
I just used somebody's phone to call for a minute, that's all.
Oh, okay.
That's what I need. One male 26, the black male in red short sleeve shirt.
I'll tell you what.
Okay.
If everything turns out to be on the up and up, life will be good, and you'll be on your way, all right?
Yes. I got it, guys. I got it. Suspect, I presume?
Unknown. Ask him if he knows. He was on the porch here.
Yeah, I was using his phone.
What's your location?
I was using his phone.
You're holding this WMH road, loading her down.
I called my
Any squads available for a transport?
On the 500. To give me a lift. That's all. I was just using his phone.
Darrell, this is Schwartz. I'm leaving WSC. Where do you need me?
What? Can I just sit up? I was freezing. Can I please just sit up? Do you have any weapons on you? No, sir.
What's your name, guy?
9209.
I just told her my name.
What is your name?
Yes, sir.
What's your first name? Darrell Brooks?
Yes, sir.
No additional victims. Can we start on the next block?
Copy. No additional victims.
This matches the description of the guy that got called on who was going door to door over here.
Yeah, I was trying.
Where are your shoes, ma'am?
I was trying to use somebody's phone.
Where are your shoes?
My flip-flops is in his house.
Did you hear the last thing said by the suspect on the ground at this point?
Objection
Yes.
leading.
Overruled.
What did he say?
Objection leading.
Overruled.
He said, my flip-flops is in his house.
Do you know if any flip-flops or any other shoes of any kind were ever retrieved from the residence that this was taking place in front of?
Objection speculative.
Overruled.
I did go in the house and speak to the resident there and asked if he had left shoes or outer garments, and he said that he had not.
He was saying he just gave me a jacket.
He's identifying himself as lighter skin, black male, dreadlocks, red shirt, blue jeans, no shoes.
Yeah, I did go to that house. I went to that house right there, right down the street right here.
Where you coming from, man?
I was coming from that parade down here.
Okay.
I know a friend down here.
I think that's a fabulous idea.
I can't, Mr. Brooks.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Roll over on your butt.
Okay, now just
roll over on your butt. Roll up on your knees. Roll over on. Roll up on your knees.
Okay.
500 block of Elizabeth. Stand up.
No, 553 Elizabeth.
What are you doing?
Freaking sweet.
Factory here.
Did I do something?
That is yet to be determined.
Go to the front of my squad, man. Okay.
Is there anything I need to sticky, poke me, hurt?
No, not at all, sir.
Okay.
Not at all. I don't have any weapons.
Glad to hear it.
Nothing like that.
How did you get up over here, man?
I was coming to see a friend.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where's your friend?
I don't know now. Spin your back your hand for me. I had, you injured at all, dude? Yeah. What hurts? When they slammed me, my knee, I already have an injury. Spread your feet for me. Okay, yes. That's my ID.
It certainly is.
Yes. I'm so cold.
I bet you are.
Go ahead and take a seat for me, Darrell.
Have a monitor in front of you. Do you want him to bring it out?
So what hurts?
At one point you stated the suspect was wearing jogging pants. That'd be fair to say?
Yes, sir.
Were the jogging pants or blue jeans?
They were soft pants.
Can we show Exhibit 80 again? Can you pause? Can you zoom in a little bit? Play a few more seconds. Pause. You would describe those pants as jogging pants or soft pants, as you say?
Yes.
Do you recall why the suspect was being detained?
Yes, because you matched a description of a suspect involved in the parade incident.
Would it be fair to say that you were being heard stating that if everything was on the up and up, you would be on your way?
Yes, sir, that's correct. That was me.
So would it be fair to say that was an inaccurate statement if the suspect fit the description of something that happened in the parade?
Not at all.
And what do you mean by not at all?
I mean, sometimes people look like someone who did something and turn out not to be that person. But that was not the case here.
So as far as you knew at the time, it could have been mistaken identity?
It could have been, but it was not.
Well, at the time, it'd be fair to say at the time you didn't know. Keep saying you. Who are you referring to?
You, Mr. Brooks. Darrell Brooks. Seated at the defense table.
Do you recall how the suspect obtained the coat?
I recall what I was told.
So it'd be fair to say you weren't sure if you were only told this information. That'd be fair to say?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
You only know what you were told. So it'd be fair to say at that time you didn't know unless you were told.
Didn't know what?
How the suspect obtained the coat.
I asked the resident of the house you were at, actually I believe he volunteered to me that he had given you a coat to wear.
Referring specifically to the time that you placed the handcuffs on Mr. Brooks, remember that time frame?
Objection. I don't consent to being called that name.
Overruled.
At any point after the handcuffs went on, did you or any other officer throw Mr. Brooks to the ground?
Objection, leading.
Overruled. We did not.
How did you treat Mr. Brooks as you moved him from his prone position on the ground to the squad car?
Objection.
Overruled. He was instructed, let's call it the path of least resistance, to get up off of prone position to his feet with a minimum of discomfort.
At some point, were you aware of a suspect being taken into custody in the 500 block of Elizabeth Street?
Objection, leading.
Overruled.
Yes. I observed 3 officers detaining one subject at gunpoint in the front lawn of 553 Elizabeth Street.
The subject that was being handcuffed and detained on the ground, do you see that person in the courtroom here today?
I do, yes.
Would you like him to remove his mask?
Mr. Brooks, if you please. Thank you.
So the subject I saw was Darrell Brooks seated at the defendant's table wearing a dark-colored suit with a gray shirt.
Did you see any officer slam Mr. Brooks to the ground?
No.
Objection. Hearsay.
Overruled. Did you see any use of force directed towards Mr. Brooks by any police officer on the scene at that time?
Objection. Hearsay.
Overruled.
No. I asked him to identify himself. He identified himself as Darrell Brooks.
That's the name he gave you, identifying himself.
Yes.
Objection. That's not what it says in the video.
Overruled. At some point, do you recall getting Mr. Brooks up off the ground?
Objection. I don't consent to being called that name.
Overruled.
Yes. Darrell Brooks was picked up off the ground or assisted off the ground. He was then escorted to the front of my marked squad. So I searched Mr. Brooks, during which time I found some cards in his right pocket that had his name on it, as well as a black Ford key.
Can you describe that key as you recall?
The key was a single key, it was a fob type that had some buttons, and it had a Ford emblem on it that indicated that was a Ford key.
Do you remember Mr. Brooks asking you why he had been detained?
Objection, I don't consent to being called that name.
Overruled.
Yes.
You may answer, sir.
Yes. I recall that he had questioned why the police were handcuffing him or why the police were detaining him. I told him that he was being detained as he matched a description of a subject involved in a crash in the downtown area.
Do you recall Officer Moss airing that he had spoken with a potential eyewitness who indicated that they had observed numerous suspects run from the vehicle?
Objection, hearsay.
Grounds.
Overruled.
I recall Officer Moss airing in general that there may have been more than one suspect that had ran from the vehicle.
Wait a second, back that up. You just stated that there may have been. Any reason why the air information said he had spoken to a potential eyewitness?
Objection, hearsay, and
Grounds.
false or speculation as to the words of another person.
Grounds.
Sustained.
Do you recall being advised that the male black had possibly fled southbound and that the male white may have fled in a westbound direction?
Your Honor, I object. Move to strike. He's providing statements and facts that are not in evidence. They're based on hearsay.
The question was, did he recall being advised that? That was the question. Does he recall being advised?
Still hearsay. Sustained.
Do you recall what you were advised?
Objection, hearsay.
Sustained.
Grounds for the sustain, Your Honor?
Next question, please. Hearsay.
What's that hearsay? And how did you end up being dispatched to the 500 block of Elizabeth Street?
I heard another officer air that there was a person going door to door in the 500 block of Elizabeth Street.
I'm sorry, you said you stated you heard that?
Yes.
Wouldn't that be like hearsay?
Only if it's being offered for the truth of the matter asserted. If it's just explain what he did next, then no.
That was the same question I asked before, Your Honor. Did at any time you observe someone being detained at gunpoint?
Yes, I already said that.
Do you recall what they had on?
Yes.
You state for the record and for the jury.
They had red t-shirts and blue jeans.
Blue jeans. Were they jogging pants or blue jeans?
Appeared to be blue jeans.
And do you recall why the suspect was being detained at that time?
Yes. You were being detained for involvement in a crash in the downtown area.
And you found a credit or debit card?
Yes.
Do you recall where you found that credit or debit card?
Your right pocket.
And what else did you find?
A Ford car key.
And where did you find that?
Your right pants pocket.
You play Exhibit 80. Do you remember this video?
No, that's not my body cam video.
Pause. Go back like 2 seconds. Is this right here the credit debit cards that you found?
I can't tell what that is.
Can you clear that?
Madam Clerk, please and thank you.
Can you go back maybe 2 more seconds? I think it's a clearer shot.
For the record, Your Honor, it's not that easy to just jump back 2 seconds. I mean, if he has a specific time, we can jump to a time.
How would I know if I've only seen the video once? Like, why is it that big of a deal? Can you play from right there? Right there, 4:35.
Now it's on 4:37. We started
Can you
it
pause it at
4:35.
4:35?
Right, it was started and then you said pause, and obviously it takes time to do that. So the record should reflect that Mr. Brooks has drawn a circle around something on the still image.
The record should reflect on consent to that name.
Ask your question, sir.
Whoever's holding the credit card, debit card, is that you?
Objection. That assumes the fact not in evidence, Your Honor.
Sustained.
Can you clear that?
Madam Clerk, please. Thank you.
You said that you found a key. Where's the footage of you finding the key?
I don't have a body cam.
So if you were wearing your body cam, it would have depicted what you found during your search.
No, the city of Waukesha did not have body cams during this incident.
So it'd be fair to say there is no footage of you finding a key. Grounds.
He's already said he was not wearing a body camera.
Actually,
you can't
he
know,
said-
possibly, it's speculation.
Actually, he said the city of Waukesha didn't have body cams. He didn't say.
Right. It's sustained. It assumes facts not in evidence, and there's also a lack of foundation as to this witness.
The foundation is this mysterious key he said he found.
The jury will disregard that statement made by Mr. Brooks. It's not his time to testify. You will have an opportunity to do that later if you choose.
I don't consent to being called that name for the record. And do you recall an officer hearing anything over the radio at that time?
Yes, I do.
Do you recall what that was?
An officer had aired that you had driven around his barricade or into the parade route.
You. Who you refer to as you?
You, Darrell Brooks.
And you knew that at that time?
Not at that time, no.
So how would you say you?
Throughout the investigation, it was determined to be you.
Do you recall it being any other air information at that time? Do you recall what that was?
Objection, calls for hearsay.
Grounds.
Are you offering it for the truth of the matter, asserted, or for some other reason? Otherwise, it's hearsay.
For the truth of the matter, I'm asking him, does he recall what was aired on his radio?
Well, then you're asking him to testify to hearsay, so it's sustained.
Do you recall an officer indicating that a vehicle was continuing westbound and possibly blaring its horn?
Objection.
Grounds.
He's attempting to testify and offering hearsay statements into the record.
I'm not attempting to testify.
Sustained.
Grounds for the sustained?
For the reasons the state indicated.
Well, I'm reading from the report that he wrote.
That doesn't take away that it's hearsay.
Do you recall hearing about a vehicle blowing its horn?
Objection.
Grounds.
Same objection, Your Honor.
Overruled, he asked if this witness heard. That's how I heard the question. I think that's what you were asking. You mean at the...
Did you hear about a horn?
What did you hear, Your Honor?
Did he hear about a horn? That's different. That would be hearsay. So why don't you rephrase your question, sir?
Did you hear a horn?
No.
Any reason why it would be in your report that a vehicle was blaring its horn?
Same objection, Your Honor.
Grounds.
Assumes facts not in evidence. Calls for hearsay.
Have you read the complaint in this matter? Have you seen the complaint in this matter? You yourself filed a claim in this matter? Do you recall whom subpoenaed you to testify here today?
The state of Wisconsin via the Waukesha County District Attorney's Office.
So the state of Wisconsin is an entity to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Is an entity a living, breathing human?
Objection. Irrelevant, argumentative.
Sustained.
Do you know if the state of Wisconsin is the plaintiff in this matter?
Yes.
An entity is the plaintiff?
Objection. Argumentative.
Grounds.
Sustained.
Have you ever had any interaction with the plaintiff in this matter?
Objection.
Grounds.
Irrelevant.
Grounds. You ever had a phone conversation
Objection. Irrelevant.
with the plaintiff? Have you ever seen the plaintiff in this case?
Objection, Your Honor.
Grounds.
This entire line of questioning is completely irrelevant.
Grounds.
I'll rise for the jury, please. Let the state know the order of your witnesses so we can have them come at different times so that they're not all here for days waiting to be called.
With all respect, the prosecution didn't tell me the order of their witnesses. Why do I have to tell them the order of mine?
Because they're assisting you in getting them to court.
I'm not going to provide a specific order. I'm not going to do that.
I'm not going to just bring them in all at the same time and make them wait. That would be a discourtesy to those witnesses who you are calling.
I get that, but I'm still confused. I essentially didn't know who they was calling in order.
That's not really relevant at this moment, sir. So I need you to provide the order and then be ready for Mr. Marquez tomorrow.
I'm not going to provide an order.
Well, if he wants our assistance, Your Honor, we will do that. Otherwise, he can be responsible for getting these witnesses here himself.
You've got to cooperate with this process. Otherwise, you're going to be responsible for telling these witnesses when to come in.
How am I supposed to do that?
Well, then you should cooperate with the state and their assistance to help you, sir.
I'm not going to give a specific order.
Sir, are you willing to provide who the witnesses are by half day?
I just said that.
All right, then that's what I need by tomorrow morning.
I said I'm not giving an order, is
That's
what
fine.
I said.
I'm okay with that.
Are we going to address subject matter jurisdiction at some point?
Not beyond what I've already addressed, sir.
Which you addressed it, you didn't prove it. It's not verified proof. Is that a judicial determination, Your Honor, that you're not going to answer that?
Your request is noted for the record. I've already addressed it.
It should be noted for the record also that's a tacit degree.
All rise for the jury, please. Thank you.
We already been riding. Wondering when we go get the answer to that subject matter jurisdiction, though.
Were you asked to assist detectives at Waukesha Memorial Hospital?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you meet with anybody there?
Yes, ma'am.
Objection leading.
Overruled.
I met with Detective Jay Carpenter and Detective Stern.
So at this point, Mr. Brooks is in custody.
Yes, ma'am.
Objection. I don't consent to being called that name.
Overruled.
Did you see him in this courtroom here today?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you identify him, please? If Mr. Brooks would please remove his mask, Your Honor.
Objection. I don't consent to
Please
being
remove
called
your
that
mask.
name.
Oh, thank you. You were.
For the 100th
Apologies.
time.
It's the black male sitting at the table with a black suit and the mask that he just put back on.
Where did you first meet Mr. Brooks?
Objection. I don't consent to being called that name.
Overruled.
The Waukesha Memorial Hospital, the police hold room.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? Mr. Brooks was talking over you.
Objection. I don't consent to being called that name.
Overruled.
At the Waukesha Memorial Hospital in the police hold room. So I put Mr. Brooks in my squad car. We left the hospital.
Is it just you and Mr. Brooks in the squad car?
Objection. I don't consent to being called that name.
Overruled.
Yes, it was just me and Darrell Brooks in the squad car.
Okay.
Objection. I don't consent to being called that name.
Overruled.
Did Mr. Brooks make any statements?
Objection. I don't consent to being called that name.
Overruled.
Yes, Mr. Brooks, and I quote, he said, damn, it looks like they were dealing with something heavy.
What else did he say?
He asked me if there was a basketball game going on or something tonight.
How long did you watch him for?
Objection. Relevancy.
Overruled.
I watched him up until about 7 a.m.
What kinds of things do you remember he did overnight?
Objection. Relevancy.
Overruled.
He slept most of the night. He got up around 5 a.m. and he asked to make a phone call to his daughter.
You said it appeared he was sleeping throughout most of the night?
Yes, ma'am.
Objection. Hearsay.
Overruled.
Other than asking to call his daughter, did he make any other statements to you that you can recall?
Objection. Relevancy.
Overruled.
I remember he made some complaints that the room was too bright. He wanted me to dim the room. That's all I remember he
Okay.
said.
Did you turn off the lights for him?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled.
Were you relieved by another officer later that morning?
Objection. Relevancy.
Overruled.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Cross.
Yep.
That's a yes?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
How do you know for sure that the suspect was asleep?
I know that the cover was over your head. Every time I go and check in on you, I can see that your chest was rising up and down from underneath the blanket. So I know that you're under cover. So it appeared that you were asleep most of the night.
So it'd be fair to say you're not sure.
Answer stands, Your Honor. It's asked and answered.
Objection. Would you say it's fair to say that usually a suspect being detained is allowed a phone call at some point?
Relevance.
Grounds.
Relevant, sir?
Grounds.
No. Why do you believe it's relevant?
Why would contact to the outside world be restricted?
All right, I'll rule that it's not relevant. Sustain the objection. Next question.
And do you recall where in the hospital this police hold room is located?
In the hospital.
Do you recall where in the hospital?
It's usually where the police officers park their vehicles through the ambulance bay. It's the second to last door on the right.
Detectives informed you that they would need to speak with the detainee before any phone calls would be made. Did they explain why to you?
Objection. Relevance.
Grounds.
Calls for hearsay.
Grounds.
Are you offering it for the truth of the matter,
Yep.
sir? Then it's hearsay and it's sustained.
Did you receive information while you're at the City of Waukesha Police Department regarding something that had happened at the parade?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled.
A vehicle had driven through the parade route down in downtown Waukesha. There were approximately 30 to 40 people down, and that there was also an officer involved, shooting involved. Dispatch was also beginning to provide information that there was an individual in the area, quarter of a mile off the parade route, that was loitering, and it was believed that may be the suspect.
Did you have any information as to why this person in that area would be a suspect?
Objection. Leading.
Overruled.
The descriptions being provided by the individual now in this area were comparable, nearly identical to the descriptions I was hearing of the driver from the parade incident. Mr. Brooks at that point was in custody for loitering, as well as being a suspect at that point as the operator of the vehicle that went through the parade route.
Objection. I don't consent to being called that name for the record.
Overruled.
The vehicle was parked about 2.5 to 3 blocks where Mr. Brooks was located and taken into custody.
Objection. I don't consent to being called that name.
Overruled.
Did you have the opportunity to speak with an individual who was identified as Darrell Brooks at that Elizabeth Street address?
Go ahead, you may answer.
Mr. Brooks was transported to our substation where I had opportunity to speak with him.
Did you see him in the court today?
I do.
I'd ask the court to ask Mr. Brooks to remove his mask.
Thank you, Mr. Brooks.
Can you identify him by where he's seated and what he's wearing?
Mr. Brooks is seated to my left, wearing a dark-colored suit jacket, multicolored tie, surgical mask on his face, shaved head, and he did have a beard at the time he took his mask off.
So as you see Mr. Brooks today, does he look different than he did on November 21st of last year?
Objection, relevancy.
Overruled.
Yes, ma'am.
How?
Objection, leading.
Overruled.
At the time of the incident, Mr. Brooks had a braided style hair that probably went midway down his back.
Did you obtain items that were located on the defendant's person?
Yes, I did. One of them was a Wisconsin photo identification card, so it had a picture on the ID card that I recognized as being Mr. Brooks based on the fact I was with him at this time. There was also a green Wisconsin Quest card with Mr. Brooks' name on it, a silver American Express debit or credit card with Mr. Brooks' name on it, 2 Visa debit cards, both which had Mr. Brooks' name on it, and then there was a Georgia EBT card which had the name of Mr. Brooks' girlfriend on it.
Was anything else turned over that was removed from Darrell Brooks?
Objection. I don't consent to being called that name and it's leading.
Overruled.
Yes, ma'am. There was $4 cash, but also a Ford ignition key.
These identifiers that you located for Darrell Brooks, did you take a picture of them?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't consent to being called that name for the 100th time.
Overruled.
Objection, relevancy.
Objection is overruled.
If you can specifically zoom in on the Wisconsin ID card. And the picture on the identification card, would that be consistent or inconsistent with what the defendant looked like on November 21st of last year?
Objection, leading.
Overruled.
It's almost exactly what he looked like.
Now, when you asked the defendant for his name, what did he tell you his name was?
Objection, relevancy.
Overruled.
I believe he indicated it was Darrell. In speaking with him, and I can confirm seeing him today, Darrell Brooks or Darrell Brooks are one and the same. They are the same person.
Was this car being driven in the midst of the parade, after the parade, or before the parade, if you know?
Objection, hearsay.
Overruled.
So right now, the vehicle is within the parade route while the parade is ongoing.
And were you able to positively identify the driver of that vehicle?
Yes, ma'am, I was.
Hearsay.
Overruled.
The driver of the vehicle is Darrell Brooks.
Now, you had testified about some of the property that was recovered from the defendant, and you stated that one of the items was a card in the name of Erica Patterson. Do you recall that?
Objection. He did not say who was in the name of.
Sustained.
Actually, if we can pull up Exhibit 172 again.
Objection, hearsay.
There's no question yet.
Zoom in on the Georgia EBT card. Whose name is on that card?
Erica Patterson.
Leading.
Overruled.
Did you, at the time that you were at the substation, have any information regarding an Erica Patterson and her relationship to Darrell Brooks?
Objection. I don't consent to being called that name.
Overruled.
Objection is hearsay.
Overruled.
Did you later learn of a relationship between the defendant and Erica Patterson?
Objection, hearsay.
Overruled.
Ms. Patterson was a significant other or girlfriend to Mr. Brooks and mother of one of his children.
Objection, not girlfriend.
Overruled. The jury will disregard that last statement as Mr. Brooks is not testifying at the moment.
Well, keep it true.
While you're making contact with Darrell Brooks at the substation, did he complain of any injuries?
Objection. I don't consent to being called that name.
Overruled.
I think the prosecution is trying to be funny at this point.
He complained of 2 injuries, one to his knee, but primarily and mostly of an injury to what was his right shoulder.
Did he say how that occurred?
Objection, hearsay.
Overruled.
Mr. Brooks told us that his shoulder was injured when he was arrested, indicating the arresting officers slammed him to the ground.
Did you have the opportunity at any point to review body camera footage from Officer Rebecca Carpenter?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you see any unlawful use of force on the defendant during that time?
Objection, hearsay.
Overruled.
No, ma'am. In fact, there was no force used at all. Mr. Brooks was given verbal directions by officers to get down onto the ground, and he did so entirely on his own power.
Based upon his complaints, however, was the decision made to transport him for medical clearance?
Yes, ma'am. Entering the hospital, I know there were some individuals from the parade that were injured in nearby rooms, so we escorted Mr. Brooks into a room trying to keep away from the victims.
How busy was it at the hospital when you brought Mr. Brooks in?
Objection leading.
Overruled.
Extremely. It was very busy. Many of the victims were taken to alternate hospitals because Waukesha Memorial could not handle the amount of patients that were coming in.
Approximately how long did you spend with Mr. Brooks at Waukesha Memorial Hospital?
Objection, I was consent to being called in.
Overruled.
Probably about 4 hours.
What was his demeanor?
Extremely calm. Based on his body language, his tone of voice, his attitude, you'd have never known he had done something or was in custody for having done something so serious.
Did he get medically cleared?
Yes, he did.
Objection, speculative.
Overruled.
Do you need any treatment while at the hospital?
No, the doctor came in and looked at his shoulder. I believe they took an x-ray, but he was ultimately cleared and turned over to police custody.
And during the time that you were with him while he was getting medically cleared, what type of conversation were you having?
Objection, relevancy.
Overruled.
I remember him telling me that baseball was his favorite sport. He was upset that the Packers had lost the game. It was general conversation, not related to why he was specifically in custody.
You've now been with Mr. Brooks for maybe 5 hours?
Yes.
How did you decide to approach this interview with him?
Objection leading.
Overruled.
I simply wanted to speak with him about why he was in the neighborhood where he was discovered that night, what led to him being there, and that I was just looking to have answers to that if he was willing to provide them.
I would like to admit Exhibit 81 for the court. It is the audio interview of the defendant that took place on November 21st. It's previously been addressed by this court.
Objection.
Given that it's just before 5 o'clock, I'm going to stop for the day. We can pick up with this tomorrow. With that, you are excused for the evening. We'll see you tomorrow morning. All rise for the jurors, please.
Thanks.